Um, Good timing for you guys to be here. I like that you're taking your art business seriously this time of year because starting on January 1, you're starting too late, right? Um, getting ready to go and taking advantage of all of January, all of February to get things properly spun up, ready to go, and then be ready for Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and Father's Day is always a good day. Always a good way to go. Those are big art selling holidays. But yeah, we can go right into the Q&A. Again, it's a smaller group of you guys today, so I could spend a ton more time on you. So I'm going to harass and pester and poke and prod you guys until I get some really, really good questions because I'd love to answer any and all of them. It could be about anything that we do at our storefronts, pricing, what does the marketing look like, packages, that kind of stuff, or where are you in your art business? What are you struggling with? Been doing this for a long time and seen so many different stories and narratives and different artists and different photographers from different walks of life. Um, start selling their creations and turning their passions into businesses that are succeeding. So there's a lot you can learn from all of them, and we can get into all of that. So how do you ask questions? If you turn your camera on and you raise your hand, I'll know you have a question, the old school way. For everyone else, at the bottom of the Zoom window, there is like a little smiley face with a plus on it. And if you click that, that gives you a way to raise your hand digitally. You can see I just did it, and that lets me know, hey, you've got a question. And then I can unmute you and bring you in, and we can go like that. All right. And a couple of you guys threw ones into the chat. So, Alyssa, I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to unmute you, Alyssa. So, Alyssa's asking, if I already have a website, can I be a part of Art Storefronts? So, good question. Alyssa, my question for you is, what's on the website? What is it doing for you currently? And do you feel like you need to keep it? But you would need to unmute to answer that, obviously. Sometimes people are at work and you just don't know if they can answer or not. So maybe you can, Alyssa. Maybe you can't answer. The long and the short of it is, yes, you can keep your current website if you're so inclined. Although you probably don't want to. It's usually a better just to switch over. I mean, if you're here, it's because that website's not doing anything for you, right? So it's probably just best to switch it over. But you can certainly keep it. There's a ton of people that will run their existing website and then put their art storefronts on a subdomain. So my name's Patrick, and let's say my website's patrickart.com. You can set up store.patrickart.com, and that could be the other one. And yes, Courtney, the domain name, yeah, you move that over. What is your domain name? Just out of curiosity, Courtney. I'm unmuting you next. And you'll just What do you
Okay.
what do you have currently?
There's no website there. We just purchased it the other day to make sure we had it.
Got it. Good. Yeah, always a good idea on the domain names is set it to auto renew so you don't forget. And if you have the resources, it does make sense. If you like the domain name and you're like, okay, we're gonna do this, I always try to buy like 10 years at a time because you usually get a pretty serious break. And then set it
We
to
got a really good one for 5. They were running some sale.
perfect. Well done. Just make sure it sets on auto renew and set yourself a reminder to not let it expire because in today's day and age, it seems like your credit cards get frauded out like once every 3 years.
So if somebody, can we make it so if somebody goes there, it takes me to what
exactly.
I want you guys to set up?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you'll point that URL. Our team will show you how to do it. It's really easy to your art storefront site, and that's how it'll go. And that's absolutely the best way to do it because then you own everything, right? We have a very low rate of cancellation. No one really seems to leave unless they're not doing the work or not doing the marketing. But the great thing is God forbid you do decide to leave, you take everything with you. You own the URL, right? So if you want to move the business somewhere else, then you just point the URL to wherever the new site is, and you can move right away. But you get, you own the entity, right? Like, as time goes on, the site becomes more and more prominent in Google. It gets a higher reputation score. You start building links to it, all of those sorts of things, and you own it all, which is great. It's important.
Okay, so I unfortunately, so my partner is the technical one, and so he's going to be on the 3:00 demo. So cool. I know he had questions about stuff like that.
Yeah. They'll be able to answer all of those, and good on you for having a technical partner. It helps. It helps,
Not my realm.
Yeah. I would say most, most of our customer base is that way. I think just most artists in general are not the most tech sophisticated bunch, but you still have to learn. You still have to learn, you know? It's just it's the world that we live in right now,
Mhm.
right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
I know.
okay. So I wasn't able, like, I logged into your 5 o'clock, but I couldn't barely even watch it because I was literally in the middle of work.
Hmm.
But I wanted to see that tour. Is that something that you record, or is there another one I can catch?
And are you talking about the demo?
Yes, last night at 5, you
Oh
did
yeah,
a
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
storefront
they did
tour.
one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
What you have scheduled today is exactly that, except better,
Oh, okay.
except better because it's one on one, and they'll cater the whole thing to you. You know.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was something else. I've watched all the links that everybody's been sending me. So,
Very good. Very good. You're going to be up running and ready to roll. And I want you to keep that pharmaceutical job for at least the next 3 years, so you have time
oh,
to build this
heck
business
yeah.
up and get it rolling.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Actually, I'm not in pharmaceuticals. I'm in treating people
Uh,
who were victims of the pharmaceutical companies. So,
yeah. We
no, this is
we got to be
absolutely a side.
careful. We got to be careful. This conversation could steer away from art
There
and
we go.
business marketing too quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
this is a side gig. I am perfectly willing to go low and slow.
Good.
I only have some demo pieces. I really don't have enough stock built up. I'm
Hmm.
not worried about Christmas. I don't mind going low and slow. I just kind of, it's just the timing that I ran across you guys. So,
Yeah. Do you know what I find that's like, low and slow versus all in? Like, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is consistency. That's it.
hmm
That's it. Everyone always asks me like the crystal ball question, like, I've got a job. How many hours a week am I going to have to devote to the marketing? And I'm like, I don't care as long as you give me the same amount of hours each week for 52 weeks a year. And that's really what it comes down to. And that's what no one ever does. And it is the only thing that moves mountains. And what's rad, what I find almost 95% of the time is the artist, the photographer in question, if they're taking it seriously and they're doing the work, they start out with what they think they can give the business, like 2 or 3 hours a week, let's just say, something small like that. And they get going and they start doing things consistently and they start getting a little momentum. And then somewhere around like between months 1 and 3, and sometimes a little bit longer, sometimes between 1 and 6, some kind of win happens. And it's different in every case. Like sometimes it's a sale of an original, sometimes it's they got their art into a restaurant, or sometimes somebody bought a bunch of merch or whatever it is. And what I find every single solitary time is this win fills up the emotional reservoir of motivation and encouragement and excitement. And then all of a sudden, instead of 3 hours, they're giving me like 5 or 6. I'm like, whoa, so that'll end up happening to you if you work it. And you never know where the wins come from. It's always like such a mixed bag. Like,
hmm
you could have 9 followers on Instagram and like an interior decorator contacts you and they're like, hey, you know, I want to outfit a house and I'm thinking about some of your pieces, and it's just like, yes, I'm gonna make it in this business. This is gonna be awesome. So yeah, all that's exciting.
Sounds good.
But I do want you to get going sooner rather than later because assuming you sign up, it's not a sales pitch, but I do find that it takes a little time to get your bearings right, to understand the tech stack, to iron out the little kinks on the site that you want, and then Valentine's Day is actually a really big art selling holiday. It's a great time to
Nice.
run a sale. A ton of art moves. It's funny is we've been doing this business for a long time now, and it's like the regular cadence of the business never changes, and it's normal marketing sale, normal marketing sale, normal marketing sale, and it's rinse and repeat. It's like a typewriter head that just goes and then you slide it back. And Q4 obviously is the huge one. And Christmas is the huge one, but Valentine's Day is a great one. Mother's Day is a great one. And then there's a whole bunch of like other holidays that are niche specific. Like if you're a nature photographer, there's like National Bird Day or whatever it is, or however that comes up, and they end up being great for business. So anyway, something to contemplate.
Sounds great. And the reason I wanted to start it now is because my tech support has time off over the holidays.
Oh
So
yeah,
he's like, that's my time to get in there and figure your stuff out. You go in the wood shop, go to
we
work. I'm like, okay.
we make it so easy. Like literally, all you have to do is logo, okay, and no, you cannot use this chemical formula, despite the fact I like it. An about me section, upload the pieces, price them, and you're done. The beautiful thing about our websites is we've already figured out what works, right? And so most people, when they contemplate building a website, they're like, oh my gosh, the fonts and the colors and the layout and what am I going to do? You don't have to do any of that nonsense with us. It's already all
Oh,
done.
nice.
It's already all done. Already all done. All you have to do is just upload, price, pick your media types, get your merchant account set up. A few other little things here and there that we have you link all together, and then you're right into my world, which is we're teaching you to market. Like get going, and the time after Christmas is great too. How much inventory do you say you have on hand?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Not a
So
lot. Not a lot at all. That's what I wanted to take some of the holiday time and do, is to be able to make some.
good,
So
good.
I'm actually not, I'm not fine art.
Mm-hmm.
So mine are soft pieces. So they're not actually that, they don't take me that long. So.
And you said into the wood shop. So are they like sculptures or?
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm sorry?
They're like sculptures or something?
No. So I use reclaimed whiskey barrels, the staves,
Awesome.
and I make bar accessories and lighting.
Oh.
And the lighting is really geared towards, homes and distilleries, places, businesses. So
Damn, I want to see that.
okay, well,
that's right up my alley.
you should if I get signed up.
Do you have anything on Instagram or Facebook or no?
No, I have none of those accounts.
Got
None.
it. Yeah. So you're gonna have to work up to all that. Where do you get the whiskey barrels? Just out of curiosity.
I have a supplier that I get them from. I literally went online to the cooperage sites and said, hey, I'm just an artist who needs, I don't need them for whiskey. I just need them, a couple at a time. And they hooked me up with somebody up in San Marcos.
Nice.
So are you in Austin? I noticed a lot of the company they said is in Austin.
Yeah, we were based in Austin, and we did have an office in Austin, and then COVID took care of that for us, and now we are truly a company of the world. But the largest contingent is in Austin. I'm actually not in Austin. I've been remote the entire time. I'm in Southern California.
Gotcha. Well, the barber pieces that I make are pretty quick. I can definitely build up a little bit of stock for orders.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the lighting takes a little bit longer. So I could probably get, maybe 5 pieces out with extra time, a weekend and a week's worth of after work time.
Very cool. Love it.
So,
love it.
Yeah.
And look, if the business starts taking off, it's not like you can't get some people to help you, make those things, right?
Not like I wouldn't leave my other job.
Yeah. Okay. Well, enjoy your demo today, Courtney, and I hope to see you on the inside.
Thank you. Yep.
One of my favorite stories, and then Alyssa, I'll come back to you, is everyone knows the name Damien Hirst, right? Like big, super successful, mega powerful artist, and he's got this one recurring series that he does, and I don't think he does it anymore. But hold on, I'm gonna pull it up so you guys can all see it. And he doesn't paint a single solitary one of them. His understudies paint all of them. And his line is, I think this guy's such a genius. His line is, the idea comes entirely from me. The pieces come out of a factory. The thing that I wouldn't want the factory to do is have the ideas. And I'm like, that guy is just so smart. So let me just see. These is dots. These guys, right? They sell for a ton of money. I mean, this is obviously a print. It's a book, $1,300 for the book. That's ridiculous. But he doesn't do any of these. His understudies do all of them. So my point in bringing that up, if you get Rock and Courtney, you can get some people making these pieces for you. If you solve the marketing situation. Did my screen not show the whole time? Oh, my buttons are all out of whack today. Hold on. There we go. These things. This is what I was talking about. His dots. I don't know if there's an actual piece. Anyway. But who else? Guys, questions? Oh, yeah. Alyssa, I forgot. Let's try again. Alyssa, I'm unmuting you again. All you have to do is click the mic icon in the bottom left. Usually that does it. And then what you might need to do is there's a little up arrow to the right of the microphone. And what that'll allow you to do is change your audio sources. But sometimes the best thing to do is just the good old-fashioned restart. That can help. But what about Todd, Renee, Jason, Emma? You guys have questions? Can be about anything. Now's your chance. While you guys are contemplating that, there we go. There we go, Renee. Starts with the camera. She's getting brave. I appreciate you. Gotcha.
I was wondering if you wanted just to create everything and you guys do the website, the printing, shipping, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what if you don't like yourself on Zoom? You don't want to do any of that stuff?
Yes. So, a couple of things there. One, I have never heard this desire expressed before. Let me tell you, never once. I've never heard of an artist that just wants to create and not do anything else. Right? Um, such a it's such a common refrain. Sadly, the only way that that works is the gallery relationship, right? And you can create the stuff, you can give it to them, and they will do everything else. Now, there's a reason why they take 50% because everything else is a big pain in the butt to do, right? But I find the gallery relationship utterly, totally, and completely exploitative. By the way, because I don't, you can't build a significant. The odds of an artist building a significant business that they can live on and do really, really well by just selling through galleries is so low. I mean, it's like playing the lottery for people that actually really, really do well, and especially like, oh, great, you're selling $100,000 a year in a gallery. Well, guess what? They're only paying you 50, right? They're only paying you 40. That's not gonna. Allow you to thrive in today's world. So I say all that to say, in this situation, the things that you want to do the least are the highest ROI, will make the biggest impact in your business. And so you got to do them. And let me tell you, Renee, okay, I hate being on video, okay? Prior to the pandemic, I wasn't on video once. I've been running the marketing department in this company for 7 years. Not one time. I had a podcast, okay? Because I have a face for radio. I don't have any problem doing that. I hate being on video, but you know what? I had to get contrarian. I had to get contrarian because it's so doggone effective, and you do too. If you want this and you want to continue the business to grow and you want to be able to keep all of the income and know who's purchasing your work, you have to do it. And it's always the stuff that you want to do least that has the highest ROI, the return on investment.
Okay.
Now, we help you with a ton of it in terms of what happens when you get an order. And obviously this doesn't work for originals, but when you get an order, you get paid, printer gets paid, your order gets printed, your order gets boxed, your logo goes in the side of the box, they ship it, you don't have to touch anything. Anything, nothing, not even one button, nothing, not even respond to an email if you don't want to. So all of that is taken care of, and all of that is taken care of so you can take that extra time to work on the marketing, which you got to
Okay.
do. How have you sold up to this point in your art career?
Just friends.
Just friends.
Yeah.
Got it. So you're ready to take it from just friends and family hobby to let's turn this thing into a business.
I don't sell profit. I just do the thing of what I have in them. So
got it.
I actually have opened. Well, I have a store that there's another artist with me, and she's very good. I haven't opened the store yet. I'm planning on January 1st.
I love that.
So, but she's very good too. So I thought, well, is there any way I can get a membership and then have her on it too?
Yeah. All day long.
So, okay.
Yeah, you can effectively use the sites like an art gallery if you want to, right? Now, the issue for me with you putting your work on the site and you putting her work on the site, I've got zero issues with that. My issue is if you're the one doing all the marketing and you're the one driving all the traffic to that website and her work is selling, you're going to want to take a cut on that, right?
Right.
So I think you have to iron that out with her up front. But what's rad about it is, there's two names that are going to drive traffic. There's, the name ID of the two, the various different social posts and everything goes along. So it will build your site. And if things ever go sideways between you and her, you're going to own it, right? You're going to own the site. You're going to own the entity. And so that's a good place to be in.
So what is the percentage that Art Storefront takes of the sales?
It depends. We have a bunch of different packages. I think at the high it's 15. I think at the low it's 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it just depends on what package you get on. Yeah. Thank you. Good questions. And thanks for turning the camera on, being brave. Okay, Emma, you're up next. And I think you were great on camera, Renee. You don't need to worry about it. I could see you doing a live art show. Emma, you're up next.
Hi. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi. Okay. So I just kind of recently discovered you, Art Storefronts. I've been listening. I've been soaking up everything that you've been saying.
Can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
You are the best mom ever. I love it. I love it. I saw it. I had to say it. I had to say it, Emma.
I really am. You're right.
Yes.
It's my kid says so, so it's clearly true.
It's clearly true.
I'm wondering, I guess I have not gone onto the Art Storefront's website yet. Is everything I need to know about membership on there? Is it as easy as that?
No. We are super duplicitous and shady, and we don't even publish any pricing. So I know, like, people find it so annoying, but it's just how we've always done things. It's just so how we.
Yeah,
do
no,
things.
I get it.
Yeah, you got to get on the phone with some. Well, it's a Zoom call in today's day and age, but
Okay.
it's worth it. There's so many different plans and packages and bells and whistles and this and that, and they're not like high pressure sleazy salespeople that are gonna like try and ram you in and call you 100 times a day. You can go and see it and be like, okay, cool. Now I get it all. I got all the notes. I'll let you know if I'm interested or not. Right. So it's a zero pressure situation. How'd you find us out of curiosity?
I think I don't know, Facebook, Instagram. I've been poking around looking for help. I've been becoming an artist. Well, I've been an artist my whole life, but I've been selling art on and off for about 5 years. Recently, it's been picking up more, and I've been trying more things. But the thing that I'm never consistent with is marketing.
Yes.
And so I'm looking for help with that. So I'm wondering if when I get on the call with somebody, is it like, can I talk to them and then kind of customize a package basically for my
100%.
needs?
Yeah, 100%. They'll do. I mean, there are, whether you know it or not, it's already customized for your needs, right?
Okay.
And I don't have to look and see at anything you're doing. I don't have to ask any questions to know that you have a marketing problem. You have a marketing problem. How we're going to solve that is, 1, we're going to have to teach you how to do it. 2, we're going to have to give you what I call the support umbrella to keep you moving, okay, when you would normally quit. And the support umbrella is everything from, yes, the technical support that you're thinking of, right? Like, I've got a problem with Facebook. I've got a problem with Instagram. Can you help? I got a problem with what? Yeah, all of that. But the part that no one talks about, the emotional support too. You need it. And let me tell you,
I need the accountability.
Yes, it's a combination of carrot and stick, and I'll explain that in a second. It's a combination of accountability. It's a combination of there's a buzzword for this now, cohort-based learning, where instead of just you learning how to do something, you're actually in Zoom classes with fellow customers, and so everyone's like holding everyone accountable there. But the combination of carrot and stick is like, constantly incentivizing you, constantly pushing you, constantly encouraging you, and then poking and prodding sometimes too, and going, Emma, why is this sale not in the water? What are we doing? And you're going to be like, I'm really busy. I'm going to be like, I don't care, Emma. We're all really busy. Okay. We've all got stuff. Get this. I've got kids too. Okay. Let's go. Right. And people laugh like, oh, really? Is that going to happen? Yes, it's going to happen. And you want to know why? Because it's so important. You're a solopreneur. Everyone on this call is a solopreneur. When you don't have an office full of people to buck you up when you hit the low points, you'll quit. That's what everyone does all the time. So yeah.
I've done it several times personally.
Yes, I know.
Okay. And my other question was, I do a lot of these like original pieces. They send me like some pictures and I put it together.
I love that.
And they're really simple line portraits. But then when it comes to shipping, I ship them out. It's a pain in my butt, frankly. I hate shipping. But then how would I do that? How do you guys help me with that?
Sadly, on the originals, we're not there. We're not there yet. We are working on a nationwide drone program. No, I'm kidding. We're not. Do you know how expensive?
I was like, for real?
Yeah, do you know how expensive that would be? It would be a whole lot cooler if we did. The shipping is just a pain in the butt, and there's no getting around it. Now, when you're doing prints, then we've got you dialed, right?
I also do. So that's still something I would use, but I wasn't sure. When you kept talking about shipping, I was like, how?
What percentage of your business are those pieces that you just showed me? So like those commissioned one-offs?
More and more and more. Every time I post them, I get like 1 or 2, sometimes 5 orders, especially if it's around a holiday.
That's awesome. I'm going to put a link in the chat, and I want you to click on it, and I want you to get on her email list. And her name is Allison Cantrell, and she does dog portraits. Okay. And she's really, really, in April, will you throw it in the chat? I think the website is bunnypigs.com. Where she came up with that name, I have no idea. But she absolutely kills it. Okay. So she opens up, there it is. So just bookmark that site and then get on her email list, because I want you to see how she runs her sales. But the reason I'm bringing it up is twofold. One, she'll open up these like limited edition spots to get her to do the hand drawings, and she'll do like 40 or 50,000 in one sale. Like, woman kills it. Absolutely amazing. Now, 2 years ago or like a year and a half ago, she was ready to quit it all because she's like, I just cannot do all of these drawings anymore. It's driving me nuts. And we trained her up on getting an understudy to help her start the things, and then she finishes them off, and now it's taken off. And the reason I bring that up is you'll find that business that you're doing is the same thing, right? No one's ever going to want one of those as a print because they want the one-off for them, right? But guess what? You don't have to be the one to do everyone. So once you start marketing and you start getting more cachet and clientele, like, you know, depending on the town that you live in, you just get an understudy, right? And they do 90%, and then you just color it in and sign your name, and boom, right? So it's a very, very interesting way to do things. I think it's a good niche. I think it's a good springboard. I think it'd be a great income generator. But I do at some point want you to do some other stuff too, just so you can get some print revenue going.
Oh, I do. I have a lot of other things about that I make prints out of, and then that's where it falls apart though, is because I don't always upload them to my website, and then I don't drive traffic to my website. I'm pretty good on Instagram. I've sold my art to a lot of strangers, but it's not, I'm just wanting to pick it up more consistently, more effectively.
We can totally help. How old are your kids, by the way?
Just one. She's 10.
She's 10. Oh, you're way out of the woods. That's not so bad. 10's manageable.
Know, it's very.
Yeah.
And only one.
And she's a girl, which means she's civilized. Unlike mine.
Well,
that's why you wonder why I don't need to buy any art right now, is because it's all over my walls already.
How old are your kids?
4 and 6.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, a minute.
Hold on.
Girls are so much more civilized.
I mean, sometimes.
Yeah. Anyway, we can help you. You need to get a demo. It's no brainer. I mean, it's a no brainer, but you have to commit to giving me the hours week in, week out, and taking the business seriously for the first time.
I can do that. So I just need to get a demo, huh?
Yep.
Beautiful. Okay, thanks, Patrick.
Yep, my pleasure. And I think April, is there one that's going today?
Yes, we have the group demo for 3 p.m.
That's 3 Central, so 1 Pacific?
3 p.m. Central.
Will you throw the link into the chat? If you don't want to wait, Emma, I mean, this is a group one, so it won't be the one-on-one. But if you want to just go today, so what time zone are you in?
Eastern.
In Eastern, so it would be at 4 o'clock Eastern. I don't know if that works with your time schedule or not, but 4 Eastern, is that right? 4 Eastern, 3 Central, 1 Pacific. Yes, and there'll be it's so hard to do the time zone thing. There'll be a link in the chat, and it's exactly like the normal demo. You can ask questions, do everything. There just might be a couple people on there with you. Yeah, okay, but good question.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. We could totally help you, and I do love that style. And honestly, make sure you get on Allison's email list, and then I want you to well, if you sign up, you could send her a message regardless. She's really, really cool. She's a mom too. I want you to see how she announces the thing, teases the thing, opens it up, closes it. Like she's got a really, really cool little refined funnel going on that I think's super impressive. So, okay, all right, Alyssa. Moving to you. We're gonna make this work. I keep unmuting you and unmuting you. So try again on the microphone, and we'll see if it doesn't go through. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Normally the Zoom just works. It's sort of the best part about it. But what about you, Todd? What about you, Jason? I feel like it's such a small group. I got to get everyone to ask at least one question. All right, good man, Todd. I'm gonna unmute you. Good man.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good. So just trying to absorb everything here, and I've been in the beginning startup stage for about 10 years.
Okay.
No, mainly the past year, laid off from work, and I got to get something going really now. What I do is take old window frames, and I clean them all up, refurbish them, and I put my prints in them. Yep. My biggest issue right now is I don't want this to become a dreadful job. I used to do welded art,
Mhm.
and that turned more into like, I felt like a production line.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took the enjoyment out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
So I'm being very careful with photography. I do have a website. It is about done through WordPress. That has been my hang up. I used to be a tech guy. I don't want to be a tech guy anymore.
No, I
I
know.
want to be out there shooting photos.
I know. Trust me.
I
I know.
have a hard time being on this right here. And what I took out of today is you guys kind of run or Storefronts runs the websites.
Yes.
That
Part of your headache is utterly, totally, and completely gone. But you do need to do the marketing piece, right, and learn how to do that, because everyone needs to do that. That's just how it works. But I want to, this is the sort of the fun thing for me running this business for as long as I have, is we have enough customers now that like there's nothing new under the sun. Everything's happened, and so I'm pulling up. I'm going to show you. She is killing it with the windows. It looks like
really?
It looks like some of her latest stuff. There's not the windows, but I want to see if I can grab one. She does most of them in like a commission type of a jam.
Okay.
And the way that she does it is like, send me the photos that you want to see out your window, right? And and she's got this like whole way that she's like marketed it and packaged it up. I don't know. She's just stopped doing it recently. I don't know. I have to find how she's done it, but a
couple of full frames.
Yeah, this gal is way into the six figures. She is really doing well and has like an incredible story. Where are the windows? I'm gonna find one. I mean, she had like 50 of them in like her backyard that she like had going on. Maybe she had them all in the stories. I don't know. I'll send you her website.
She is on Instagram. Okay.
Yeah. I'll send you her website. I don't know why I can't find them. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Now you're getting into them.
So I think this is such a cool concept. Like, because one, it's a reclaimed window, and then two, it's like what do you want to see out your window, right? Like, there's a rad story in that.
Big time.
Yeah.
Some of these windows I have, they're huge. They're 8-panel, 1910.
Oh, wow.
I just picked up 23 windows from a house that had others replaced. And the house was built in, I think it was 1897.
No way.
I have all those windows.
No way. Do you know what's so crazy is like when the just as a side tangent, when the windows are so old that like the glass, is coming down on the bottom in like a triangle, because glass is not technically a solid, and like, hundreds of years, like, wow. Yeah. I think it's a really cool niche.
Yeah. You're gluing the dirt in because it's from so long ago. I mean, I try not to clean them up too much. One of my bigger hangups right now is I'm leery on my edits, especially with some of these prints being so large. Yeah. So I've had to create a different concept in how I shoot my photography. And what I've been doing is 3 or 4 frames, depending on window panel. So 3 or 4 shots, and then stitching it together on Photoshop.
Yeah. Cool.
So my biggest hang up is I don't want to do the tech stuff. Yeah. I'm done.
I know. You and Renee on this call. I mean,
Renee, kudos.
Yeah. Nobody wants to, right? Nobody wants to. And again, sadly, it's the only thing that will actually get you to the revenue goals. It's the only thing. Yeah. But
it's reality.
At least I'm here to tell you, right? Like, you're not going to like swallowing the pill. The first year sucks. Okay. First year sucks. You're going to be pulling your hair out of your head, and you got a beautiful head of it.
That's what it's growing.
But once you crash through those quitting points that you would hit ordinarily, and if you didn't have us, you would just quit. You wake up sometime like a year and a half in, and you're like, God, I still hate this, but you know what? It's getting easier. It's getting easier, right? And we give you everything, meaning like we're gonna say, okay, Todd, everyone's running a sale next Thursday. Here is the email language that you're gonna use, okay? And you just change it a little bit to your own style. Import it into your email thing, schedule the email, schedule some Facebook and Instagram posts, maybe run a live art show, run the sale. Here's when you're going to end the sale. Here's going to be the discount. Da, 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 da. Like, we give you everything. We make it as easy as humanly possible.
Okay.
But I want you in the chat to follow Jenny. And you probably need to dig in. Maybe she's got some videos, which I remember seeing like a really interesting way she was pitching the windows, and I thought it was pretty cool. So
okay,
there's something there.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really interested. I'm hoping to get back on this afternoon. I'm
Great.
Just going to keep printing and learn more about what you guys do and see what we can get going.
Awesome.
Otherwise, I'm just spinning my wheels, and I've been doing that for a long time.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Time to jump.
Yep. Let's get those wheels some traction and get you working on that business.
All right, sir.
All right. Thanks, Todd.
Thank you.
All right. I think everyone's actually spoken. This is amazing, except for you, Jason. I have to reach 100% here. I feel like I have to reach 100%. I'm gonna unmute you, Jason. You got to have a question. We got to get to 100%. Oh yeah, you had it. You clicked it, Jason, and then it went. So click the mic icon one more time. I'll let you know when you get it. You had it before. If you just click on the microphone, it'll do it. You did your camera, so the mic should be the same thing. It's like bottom left-hand corner icon right next to the microphone, and just one click on it, boom, should do it. Oh, we're almost there. We're super close. You'll get it. You'll get it. Don't worry, Jason. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, because it shows you have a mic. Like, you know, only when it's not active does it not show the mic. So, yep. Oh, you had it. You had it. You had it. Oh, you're on your phone, maybe. You clicked it. I saw it. It came off, and then it went right back on. So, whatever you did, you were there. Just do that again. Come on, Jason. Jason's gonna have to like write a note and hold it up. Well, I feel like we got there anyway. Well, I feel like we got there at least with the camera. But if you got a question, Jason, you want to throw it into chat, I'm happy to answer it for you. And Emmett, ask your question. They'll go into all the plans and packages and this and that. So you gotta let me know, Jason, what's the work that you do? So Jason's question is, are there people who make work like I do represented where there's not much of a market? It says not allowed by me. That's so weird. I've asked you. Okay, hold on. Let's try it one more time. I think maybe you've got it. I keep clicking unmute, so it should allow you. And you definitely did have it one time. But otherwise, put in the chat, Jason, like what kind of work do you do? Yeah, you got the video working, just not the audio piece. Yeah, that's the site I was answering a question on Facebook. Well, I don't know. I feel like we were there with Jason. It's mostly street photography based work. Yep, got it. Yeah, I mean, I think the dirty little secret about this business that no one ever talks about is you start out with your best guess on what your niche is going to be, right? And you go to market with it and you see what kind of response you get. And you can either be met right out of the gates with, oh my gosh, this is amazing and it's selling really, really well. Or it could be crickets. Or it could be it's selling okay, but it's not mapping to your revenue goals that you have for the business. And guess what? That is totally normal. Utterly, totally, and completely normal, okay? The way to think about it is, I like to think about it as archery, right? And what most artists and photographers do is they pull the arrow out of the quiver and they're aiming for the bullseye. They want a big, successful business, and they shoot the arrow. And sometimes that arrow misses, right? It misses the target. And where they go wrong is they have an idea in their head like you, right? Like, people in my niche never make it, right? Like, there's just not enough market for this. My art must suck. I must not be good at my craft. My mom must have been right. This is only going to be a hobby and I should get a real job, right? And what no one tells the artist is, guess what? You can fire another arrow, and you can keep firing arrows, and you can keep firing arrows until you hit the bullseye. And then what I love to say, Pablo Picasso, when he died, had 45,000 unsold works in his inventory. 45,000. That guy could have sold a piece of Kleenex with his signature on it, and it would have sold. How did that happen? Because Pablo Picasso was firing a ton of arrows. And guess what? Pablo Picasso missed the target all the time. He didn't care. He just went and got another arrow, knocked it, and shot that one down too. So the point is you'll never know if what you do has a big enough market or not until you take it to market and attempt to sell it. You would be surprised how small of a niche you can make potentially really, really pay. But each one's different. Each one has its own different set of circumstances, benefits, disadvantages, and the like. And you'll never know until you get going and you get marketing it. But what happens is that you get going, you get marketing it, you start getting some feedback. Next thing you know, it either hits or it doesn't. Then you start getting some input from other people. You start trying some new and different things. And then you arrive at a style that is working. And that is how a big business is built. But they don't ever talk about that in art school or your photography classes, right? Everyone talks about how to compose an image, or everyone talks about the masters in pointillism and, you know, Sunday afternoon on the island of Grand Jate, and no one ever talks about how to build the actual damn business. And the fact that, you know, just because you created it, it might not be the most awesome thing in the history of mankind, and that's totally okay. How do you think you're going to get to figuring out what the thing is going to sell? You take shots, so you have to fire arrows. So that's the ball game. All right, guys. I feel like today was a good session. I enjoyed myself. I hope you guys have fun. So there's the group demo. April's going to put the link for that in the chat. I'm going to send you this video with all the bells and whistles and links and this and that. Courtney is going to send me a picture of these whiskey barrel lights. I sound like I might need one. Something I like about the reclaimed wood. And I'm not a huge whiskey fan per se, but I do like the reclaimed wood. Yep, there's a great demo. Thanks, Emma. Emma's saying best of luck, artists and photographers. Hope to see you guys on a future session. Hope to see you on the inside. You can go do the group demo, and then you don't have to worry about getting on the phone with anybody. Thank you, Melinda. Melinda saying she loves my videos. I appreciate that. Flattery will get you everywhere with me, Melinda. Okay? It will get you everywhere with me. And have great weekends all. Hope to see you guys again. Hope to see you potentially on the inside. Enjoy your demos. Todd, thanks for coming. Get going on selling those windows. You can start selling those things immediately. Yeah, everybody have a great rest of your day. Great weekend. And thanks again for coming.